All right. Then we have the NFC. Yes, the NFC. We have 3 games there in the NFC as well. First one will be Philly at the Bucs. That's going to be Sunday. That'll be the first game. That'll be the 1 o'clock window that we usually see on a Sunday. Philly going to give the Bucs any trouble here? BMAC line's about 8.5 right now. That's where it opens.
I think so. I think this Philadelphia Eagles, especially if Jalen Hurts is healthy and they're finally starting to run the football and rely on running the football, really improving that element from a year ago, I think they can really make this thing interesting for Tampa Bay, especially with Tom Brady not having all of his pass catchers in the lineup. You know, no Chris Godwin. We already know what happened with AB. Remember, Leonard Fournette was a huge contributor in the passing game as well. I like Tampa to win, but I think this thing could be a little more competitive than what people think.
I'm with you, B-Mac. I think what's going to happen, if it's 8.5, I like the Eagles a whole lot because of the run game that you're talking about. It starts with Jalen Hurts. They'll get Miles Sanders back. Lane Johnson didn't play this week. He'll be back as well. And you don't bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs, but he don't care about the spread, and I think that it's certainly reasonable for the Eagles to keep it close, a team that's turned the corner in the second half. And Nick Sirianni has done a fantastic job after the first month or so of the season where it wasn't quite clear what his plan was.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tampa. I like Brady in his building. They went through a stretch where they led everybody by at least 20 points at halftime. And I think it was 6 in a row, whatever it was. Someone's got to show me they can play with him in his barn before I go the other way. 49ers in Dallas. I call it the Deion Sanders Bowl. You call it the Charles Haley Bowl. You can call it the Ken Norton Jr. Bowl. I mean, there's a few guys that played during that back and forth on both teams. Either Dak or Jimmy G is going to be able to say, yeah, I won a playoff game this year, and sort of silence some doubters. B-Mac, how do you see this one quickly?
Jimmy G. I think San Francisco, guys. I love the way they established the bully ball mentality on both sides of the football. They're starting to get healthy, especially in the secondary. And the creativity that we see offensively from Kyle Shanahan and arguably one of the best do-it-all like players in the NFL and Deebo Samuel. Man, I love the physical nature in which the 49ers play with. And that has been an element of concern for the Cowboys defensively. You know, just not being as physical at the point of attack. So look out for the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm right there with you once again, and I think here's the thing. Both teams offensively, you cannot turn the ball over, and there are going to be opportunities from opportunistic defenses that you're facing to create those turnovers. If you keep the ball clean, if you keep everything clean offensively, then it goes down to the coaches. You take Mike McCarthy or Kyle Shanahan. Typically, the 49ers start slow. We saw that on Sunday, but then they get red hot in the second half. I trust Shanahan more than McCarthy. I like the 49ers, too. I think they have a chance if Jimmy G can be smart and not make silly mistakes and turn the ball over.
I'm not being a contrarian, but Dallas. I think Dallas is ready to break out. And the winner of that game very easily could be headed to Lambeau, by the way. Good luck against Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be cold. Arizona at the Rams. That'll be the last of the playoff games. That'll be the Monday night playoff game. Arizona already won in this building. That's the building where the Super Bowl is going to be played. But Arizona has been cold. Rams, they backed into the division title. They're sort of like the NFC's version of the Chargers, where maybe they weren't quite as good as we all thought, but they are in the tournament. B-Mac, who wins this one?
It's all about who do you trust more at the quarterback position. Both quarterbacks, guys, have been struggling, to say the least. But one quarterback has his full arsenal of pass catchers, and that's Matthew Stafford. Since they've lost DeAndre Hopkins, the Cardinals that is, we haven't really seen the same production from Kyler Murray. Don't know his status. DeAndre Hopkins, I don't know if he will play. So give me the quarterback that has more when it comes to options in throwing the football. And they're playing at home. I think the Rams, you know what? The Rams better win this ball game. All the moves they've made, all the big-time signings they've done those things to be able to get to this point and be able to advance in the playoffs. So I believe the Rams will be the better team. I like the Rams to win.
As you laid it out, B-Mac, it's pretty evenly matched when you go down the rosters and compare them. Matthew Stafford struggled with injuries. Kyler Murray struggled because of the lack of playmakers around him. So once again, I'm coming back to the coaches. Do I trust Cliff Kingsbury? Do I trust Sean McVay? I'm going with Sean McVay playing a home game. There are a ton of expectations, as you noted. I think they get it done. I don't think it's going to be particularly pretty. I think it'll be a close game. They may squeak by, but they'll get to the next round.
Yeah, either Kyler Murray or Matthew Stafford will win their first playoff game. You got some quarterbacks that are going to have to get some credit for what they do based upon how the matchups work out. So here you go. Let's take a look. Here's your NFC. And again, that Eagles-Bucks, that'll be the 1 o'clock Eastern on Sunday. 49ers-Dallas will immediately follow. They'll be in that 4 o'clock Sunday Eastern time window. And Cards-Rams in LA, that'll be the Monday night standalone game and the final game of the playoff schedule.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.